monster variant of the podcast is the Savage Minotaur.
Sounds awesome.
Minotaurs are fierce, bull-headed monsters.
This one more so.
Yes, most Minotaurs have a liking for mazes, so much so that in addition to seeking out these buried labyrinths to call home, they also like to engrave complex designs into their armor and weapons.
Ooh.
While the Minotaur is not particularly clever lot,
Much like Way.
they have an uncanny way of tracing and memorizing complex pathways to hunt down their prey.
That's true. I never thought about that.
A few of these savage, hulking beasts are infused with demonic blood, making them stronger, faster, and more bloodthirsty than most of their kin. Though they all love to hunt lonely, wild places, killing and eating any who dare to enter their lair. So, I was scrolling through my 4th handbook again, or monster manual, because I've got way too many of those. I've got more 4th edition books than I do 5e. That's fair. I need to fix that. But anyways, so in order for this to work, you're going to start with the origin monster, the Triceratops. I wonder why he chose the Triceratops. Is it almost because it's a giant, huge monster with big, giant horns already? You got it.
Probably.
So you're going to change the intelligence score to a 7 so it's not completely incompetent.
I love how it says increase to a 7, and I'm like, oh man, what was it before?
It's like a 3, I think.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, it's a stupid animal. Its Stomp ability becomes Greataxe, and you just change it to slashing damage. You don't have to change anything else about the feature. You're going to give it Labyrinthine Recall, which basically lets the Minotaur perfectly recall any path it has traveled. And you're going to add some new abilities. The first one's going to be Berserking. So whenever the Savage Minotaur starts its turn with 60 hit points or fewer, you roll a d6, and on a 6, it goes Berserk. It has resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. Guess where that's from? That sounds like rage.
Yeah.
And on each of its turns, while Berserk, the Minotaur attacks the nearest creature it can see. And if no creature is near enough to it to attack, it just attacks an object. With a preference for objects that are smaller than itself. Like boxes, I guess. I don't know.
That's a mighty 3-foot diameter rock. I'm going to crush it.
Once it goes Berserk, it continues to do so until it is destroyed or regains all of its hit points.
Huh. All of its hit points.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it kind of goes nuts. It's very much a Hulk kind of build.
Mm-hmm.
Like Hulk smash, lose any sense of itself. I kind of envision the demon blood kind of taking over.
Yeah.
And only seeing red. See what I did there with the bull and the red comment? I thought that was very clever.
And for bonus points, make it voiced by Michael Dorn.
Who?
He played Worf in Star Trek.
Huh.
But when you look at his filmography, I'm like, he seems to voice Minotaurs a lot.
Happens.
Yeah.
I've looked at his IMDb profile. I'm like, he's done at least 3 Minotaurs throughout the years, at least.
Does he got like a good snort or something? Like
I just think it's just a deep, big voice.
big burly voice.
Yeah.
All right. So
Second ability.
You get a new ability called Sweeping Ferocity. So when the Minotaur's hit points reach 0, it can use its reaction to make an attack with its Greataxe. When it hits a creature, the Minotaur can choose another creature within 5 feet of the original target and within its reach. If the original attack roll would hit the second creature, it takes damage equal to half the attack damage. The damage is the same as the damage type dealt by the originally attack. So this character does have charge and like the gore type stuff that comes from the Triceratops build. But I always like monsters that change up when they get weak. And giving a one last hurrah to catch somebody off by surprise is just one of my favorite things to do. Like, can you imagine... you walk up with your daggers, you dig them into his neck, and he flails wildly, and pure anger is all that's running him as he's swinging wildly, trying to chop people up before he keels over. So, what do you guys think about this monster?
Definitely aggressive.
Good flavor.
I'm not going to go into a labyrinth anytime soon.
I just want to kill everyone.
That's the point of a monster, more or less, usually.
Yeah, well, this one gives me a reason for people to die and it not be my fault.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I designed it, so it's still my fault.
Yeah, I don't think that...
I'm not gonna lie, as I was reading through this, I kept on picturing back in like the forgotten cartoon Hercules the Animated Series, which Disney made after the movie. And there was one when they dropped the Minotaur into the labyrinth for the first time. Dead end. Another dead end.
Turns out he doesn't have an amazing IQ of tracking paths. He just ran in the wrong way every direction possible.
Well, just got dropped in there for the first time, so in his defense.
So he runs, stops, runs, stops, runs, stops. He's like, ah! That's funny.
That's great.
And once again, voiced by Michael Dorn.
That's awesome. I think that'll do it for our monster variant, the Savage Minotaur. Hey, thank you so much for all your support and watching our video. We hope you enjoyed it. We are the hosts of the Crit Academy, a Dungeons & Dragons discussion podcast.
Be sure to hit that subscribe button.
And be sure to ring that bell. Get our latest content as we toss it out there, and it's good stuff.
Everyone loves fat loots and great D&D inspiration. Keep your blade sharp and spells prepared, heroes.